All right, we should be live now. Let me start sharing my screen. All right, welcome everyone to our Data Science Club video. We will be continuing with our intro to SQL that we have been doing till now. So last we completed order by section, and today we are going to finish off the intro to SQL portion on Kaggle. Uh, we have a new person as well today on the call, William Warner. So he'll be joining us in Data Science Club videos from now on as well. So just wanted to introduce you guys to. Do you want to introduce yourself, William?
Sure. Hi, I'm William Warner. I am a graduate at of UAB, both undergrad and PhD in materials engineering. And I joined up with the team last year around the same time. And just looking forward to learning from you all and helping you on your data science journey. So, thanks.
All right.
Excellent. And yeah, kind of along with that, you won't be seeing me as frequently because I have obtained a position outside the university, so I'm sure I'll come back for a guest session from time to time as Robbie and William will have me back. But yeah, that's another reason why it's great that William can join us and kind of continue on, because we want to make sure that this keeps going since it's been so useful for us and for other folks.
Yeah, definitely. So to begin with our session, so like always, we are just going to go straight to the exercises. Um, and like always, we are again going to mention that when you guys are seeing this video, just pause our videos and go through the text over here first, and then go to the exercises, because just going through the text, reading the text is going to give you a lot more context for exercises. But like always, we will go through exercises and most probably come back to text once we encounter an issue. All right, so first one and Kaggle. And again, if you guys haven't seen the previous videos, first go through the previous videos where we do mention how you can come to this intro to SQL. And since all of these are part of a single tutorial session, intro to SQL and Kaggle, I think going chronologically through all those videos, part one, part two, part three, is going to be really helpful to you guys. First section is basically on Kaggle, where it sets up these learn tools and learn tools for the rest of the notebook that's going to be following. So all the hints and everything depends on this, you running the first one correctly. And so this time we are actually looking at Chicago taxi trips dataset. Let's just run that.
Yeah, and this big query is essentially just a Google API for doing SQL queries on data sets that are in the Google Cloud.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we have been doing a lot of SQL stuff in these tutorials, and like we mentioned before, it's going to be really useful once you have really large data sets and really large data sets. I mean, pandas is really excellent for a big data set as well, but as soon as your number of entries start going into hundreds of millions or something, then pandas would start getting slower. So having been introduced to this BigQuery and BigQuery, you can utilize this section. And a lot of times the data set that you're going to find is going to be in the form of an SQL database, most probably on this BigQuery data set that Google provides. All right. So before you can access the data, you need to find the table name with the data.
So they're saying we can do like a tab autocomplete if you just type client dot and then do tab. Well, that tab autocomplete is
Yeah,
useless.
that didn't work as they said.
Yeah, in my experience, it's been slow at best.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's just slow. Not sure the reason for it, but it could also be because I'm not signed in. So I'm not getting, let's see.
Robbie, your Google profiles looks like Jason Bourne's backpack if he had Google accounts instead of passports.
So most of the things that I go on, like Box and everything, even those look like I have 3 or 4 Box accounts now, mostly for testing purposes. But yeah, they also look just the same. Let's see if that's going to be. Yep. Yeah, apparently. So if you are not signed in, it might be giving you really less resources. I saw that I had a time limit of 3 minutes or something that was left. So
Oh, weird. And I also saw it looked like the previous cell for some reason was registering as not run, which is bizarre.
yeah, so client.get table.
I feel like there's a different info
Yeah.
function.
All right. Like I said, we will go back to our exercise notes. All right. So this one is just talking about queries. So
There's a list underscore tables command. You got to do like a for table in list tables.
yeah, it looks like that. It's table list item subject. So it doesn't look like it's getting it as text or list. So
Yeah, I think table has subfields underneath it. table.project, maybe.
So tab completion doesn't work for this, but we can try.
Oh yeah, so that gives us a string, but it's not a. Do you want to try that?
Sorry, which one?
It looks like it's a string object.
Just run it. Yeah, just run it.
So it should work like that, yeah.
So BigQuery public data.
Oh, it's got to be in quotes. Run the whole cell. Let's see. There's a different one. There's also table underscore ID. That looks better.
Yeah. So taxi trips. All right. So that's the table that we're looking for. All right. So we have to find. So the next cell is peek at the data. Use the next code cell to peek at the top few rows of the data. Inspect the data and see if any issues with data quality are immediately obvious. All right. We have done this before, so I'm just going to copy paste that.
So I think that might be actually more involved than you have to go here. I just put something in the chat. I think you can just do client.list rows.
Oh, client.list rows max results equal to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they typed in so unique keys, trip start time, trim and start time, trip seconds. Oh, this is surprising. Trip
Well,
mile.
the very first one seems to end before it starts.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Let's see in 50 if it changes. At least this one has 60 seconds.
Yeah, but it looks like the start and end times are not useful.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so it's saying the trip seconds and trip miles have values of 0, which of course it does if the taxi goes back in time.
Yeah, and we still haven't discovered time machine, so it's somehow just going back. And all these issues would these would be issues that a taxi trip is just running for 0 seconds and 0 miles, and the values where that it's like nan. All those would be issues when we are trying to get the right data, or when we are not filtering out these results. So I'm guessing that's what we will be trying to do in our next section. And sorry about all the background noise.
It's all right.
All right, so if the data is sufficiently old, we might be careful before assuming the data is still relevant to traffic patterns today. Write a query that counts the number of trips in each year. All right, so do we have a field called year, or
Maybe do this client list rows to data frame dot columns,
yeah?
just to see what columns we have access to. Are you trying to add another cell?
Yeah.
So if you just, I think if you just hover over the space in between the markdown, yeah, right there, you can just add one by clicking on it there.
All right. So what was the?
I would just copy that client.listrows, yeah, that. Just copy that whole line. Yeah. And then paste it, but then add dot columns, parentheses. I think it's parentheses. We'll find out.
Oh, no, you don't need the parentheses. Yeah.
Yeah, I never remember
Yeah.
that.
Which ones are properties and which ones are functions, right?
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we gotta find the year from the timestamp.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any other field that would have the year in it. Right. And this looks like
With any luck, it should be a date time already.
yeah, I'm guessing so. I mean, it's a timestamp, so well, let's see if this one gives us some hints.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, is that with time as piece. No, that just does it as date. Huh.
What was the name that we gave?
Taxi trips, it looks like.
Yeah.
I think I can replace the last two. Well, we probably don't want the crypto Bitcoin though.
Yeah, we do need to replace this with something else as well. Or maybe we don't even need this.
I think I think that's sufficient. I think.
All right. Select count one as oh, it's Chicago taxi trips. The data set name.
Ah,
Oh, I see. Yeah, because then and then the table must be the
Yeah.
taxi trips. Okay.
So did they specify any particular or number of trips? And yeah. Here from time is fine and group by
You probably want to. Well, you don't have to, but you might put in an order by too.
yeah.
Otherwise, it might be a jumble.
All right. So set up a cancel if you use too much of your quota. So this is safe config for BigQuery. I'm not sure what's our maximum quota, maximum free quota that we can use.
I think you can just leave the safe config piece in there,
Yeah.
and then it looks like you would making that rides per year query job like client dot query open parentheses and then the name of our query and then comma job underscore config equals safe config.
Oh, I did not know about this parameter.
I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I'm just cheating by looking at the documentation page.
Oh, okay. And so the rights per year result API request run the query and return a plant as data frame.
Yeah, on that one, you just do the rides per year query job dot to data frame. Underscore data frame. Yeah. It's all lowercase. Yep, and then parentheses at the end, yeah.
All right.
Function not found. So it couldn't find year.
Oh.
There should be a year function.
It looks like for BigQuery, I'm also cheating here. It looks like you have to use extract year from date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like they don't support all the same things.
All right. So extract here.
The extract goes outside the parentheses. Or, well, it's followed by parentheses at any rate.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, so basically, if you just are trying to find the date, I think date is also a date time kind of construct, or but if we are trying to find anything else from the timestamp, we need to use extract. All right, good to know. So 2020 has been bad as expected, or they might just not have data for the entire year.
True, but 2019 wasn't too great either. It's about half of the peak year.
And that's
Well, so that probably 2019 and 2018, you probably start to have Uber.
Uber and Lyft, yeah.
Yeah, they start really gaining popularity, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so if this is purely taxi trips and not ride sharing as well.
All right, so dive slightly deeper. Next section, you'd like to take a closer look at the rights from 2017. Copy the query you used above and rights per year query into the cell below for rights per month query.
Do we need a where?
Yeah, we do need a where.
Like where year is 2017 or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Where should that where clause go? In this or after this? Actually, yeah, this one makes more sense. Then technically year doesn't make sense over here. I think just month should have been fine. Mm.
I think we may need a nested
Yeah,
select. So you might need like select extract as year, which gets you information, and then you need to select extract month from that where year equals something.
yeah. Can we have nested extracts?
Or, well, I think we need to nest the selects, but let's see. It's been a while since I've done anything with SQL, that's for sure. Oh, of course, we don't have to do two selects. We can do select extract as year and extract month as month.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's what I did, so that I can
Okay.
have year and month, and
Right.
then and I'm
And
just limiting it to 2017.
yeah, that should work, I think. I think you've got it right.
Right. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
so select count one as number of trips, and
We might need the where
month.
in the earlier query.
yeah, I think we can also do group by month, comma. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Technically, we still need. It would be incorrect because there is no month column because I never added a month.
Right.
But
Oops. We can probably drop year and then order by month if we really wanted it pretty.
yeah,
There we go. Looks like it peaks in the summer, spring and summer.
yeah.
I suppose that makes sense.
September too. Well, it goes up a bit at least, not peaks.
Could be start of school.
That's true.
Interesting.
So start your query with select extract month from time step as month and count one as number of trips.
Yeah, so you're pretty much doing that, but I guess you're doing a
Count we are doing after we have gotten a new data frame with year and month, and they want us to count directly over here. I'm not sure how we are going to limit it to 2017 then.
well, let's let's look at the solution and see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it just drops that extract straight in the where statement.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
So it's everything that you did, just written
Slightly
more.
different
Yeah.
order.
Yeah, technically what happens if in this one I just remove?
That's a good question.
Nope, they still don't like it. All right, let's go with their route.
And maybe because we don't need to count the months. Well, that part of it anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they are complaining. This
Yeah, I'm not
doesn't
sure either.
seem like any different than what they'll be having. Is it the order in which it's showing up? Or does it end like something? Oh.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah.
Ah, that's the order. Okay.
Yeah, so technically they didn't want the year and they wanted month to be before the number of trips. So this is just another method of doing the same. We are just filtering out year later and we are just getting this in correct format.
Right. So we're building a table that has year in it. They're
Yeah.
building a table that has no year in it. It's just the one.
Yeah.
Order of operations, essentially.
All right. It's time to step up the sophistication. This wasn't sophisticated enough. Write a query that shows for each hour of the day in the data set the corresponding, for each hour of the day and average speed. Your result should have 3 columns: hours of day, number of trips, and average mile per hour. Restrict your query to data meeting the following: a trip start time between 2017 to 2017-07-01.
It looks like the extract form still works with hours and minutes and so forth. So that's helpful.
Yeah. So speeds query. All right. So with relevant rights as select hour of day.
Let's see what it'd be. Select extract hour from trip start timestamp
Yeah.
as hour of day.
Number of trips and average mile per hour. And we also need, what's the field for mile per hour?
I think
There may not be one. We have a.
Oh, we had distance and time. So we might have to.
Yeah, there's the trip miles, and we have this, the time, the seconds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust the start and end time. Those seem to be in increments of 15 minutes. So we're going to get some wonky results if we use that.
Well, and they gave you a formula for computing the average miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
they
what we got to use. Yeah.
I skipped over that part. So average speed in miles per hour is calculated as 3,600 into. Oh, we do have trip seconds, though, right?
Yes, that is a field. Yeah.
Okay. So we just need to copy paste this thing. Select.
Isn't it average underscore miles per hour?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this would be an average mile per hour or because technically we'll be calculating average once we are filtering out for per hour.
Well, and it's the average miles per hour per trip.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we're not because we're doing it per trip. We don't have to worry about how it's aggregating elsewhere.
All right. So from for the things that we're giving over here.
BigQuery public data.
Yep.
Do we have to add the count one as num trips in here too, or will that be next?
Yeah, we can put it over here directly. Because order by and group by is over here. So we should get the count directly.
Interesting.
We do need to limit by more than 0 trip seconds and more than 0 trip miles. And there's a start timestamp range that we have to follow too.
Oh yeah. So we're actually date.
Looks like you might be able to do a between. There is a between. Okay, good. I figured there would be.
Is there an in between?
There is a between keyword. Yeah, where that is between. Let's see. Look at the syntax. It's been a while. Yeah, between Y and Z. So.
Oh, just and between.
So yeah, Y. Well, yeah, that one, and then and Z.
And it's ampersand or just and?
Yep, and like that. Text and. Then we have two others. We got the trip seconds and the trip miles. Otherwise, we run the risk of dividing by 0.
Yeah. All right, we have added a lot of conditions. Let's see what errors it gives us. All right, so select hour of day. Comma, average mile per hour, comma, where is that count thing?
Count one as num trips.
Yeah. Actually, num trips.
Look that up.
So group by hour of day and order by hour of day. Scary. Which one is it talking about?
Dash. Where do we see a dash in our input?
Apparently in this one.
So let's look at our query. Is there a dash in there somewhere they don't expect?
Not really sure. To data frame.
All right, let's see.
And technically, so it goes from here to
Expected in paren.
at
Got
477. So first, second, third, fourth.
Do we need? Do we need quotes on the dates? I mean, we have them, I know, but
Yeah.
you would think it would. Okay. I don't know. That's the only place I see in our query that has dashes is in the dates.
And trip miles is greater than 0.
Do we have to select trip seconds and trip miles if we're going to use them for our where statement?
Which one?
I don't think so. I think as long as they're in the table, it knows what to do.
Okay.
Because I remember their last the solutions of the previous problem made use of something like what we're doing.
Still getting the same. So this is the fourth. I'm not sure how to check which one is the 77th character. Does it this one show in here now?
You can give it a try. As long as we don't run out of billable time. Or date or bytes, I guess.
I'm not. Okay, this is I hope it has saved it. Yes, it has. None of these have run for now.
Can you just click the run all button at the top? Then it'll crash.
All right. So
We need to check the solution. I mean, I think we've got the logic correct, but it just seems like there's a syntax thing.
Why don't we try it without the dates, without the date range, and see what happens?
Oh, just see if it will work. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking we just troubleshoot.
Still gives the same error.
Expected. Oh, we're missing. We're not closing a parenthesis somewhere. Well, I don't know where.
Oh, we didn't have to even extract it.
William, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to my kid.
Oh, not a problem. Yeah, it doesn't look like we needed to extract the date to do the date comparison.
Yeah, but it looks like we are calculating average mile per hour later on.
Is that? But it shouldn't matter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think what they're trying to get is the average speed for that one particular hour. So they'll just count all the miles and all the seconds for that particular hour and then calculate the average speed at the end.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So rather than this, we'll just get trip miles, trip seconds from
Well, it's good to know that it handles dates in sort of
yeah.
the intuitive way.
And then we just have to calculate average miles per hour.
Yeah.
And let's hope this works because Ravi's laptop is about to die.
I know it's at 5%.
Oh no.
I think we're gonna have to do the that last SQL one next week.
Yeah.
All right, what else are we missing here?
Yeah.
What's the error that we're getting?
So we are getting a dash somewhere. on line 4. We are using exactly the same logic that they have.
Oh, let's see. What's the okay. Bizarre.
Yeah, I don't see anything different.
Okay, well, I guess let's just copy theirs because it should be the same at this point.
Yeah,
Just copy.
trying to see where the dash might have come in.
I know. It's stupid. It's in our from. We're using the wrong quotes because we copied and pasted that from their solution instead of from our previous cell. So those aren't single quotes. Those are
backticks, yeah. And then it's thinking, it gets to the end of the word BigQuery and it says, okay, I see a dash, but I should probably be done here, right? So
yeah, I think so. I think it's using the wrong. It's not using the correct quote there.
I think you're right.
Or not. Nope. That's still not it.
Okay, well, let's copy paste our result and see if it changes.
Yeah, let's copy and paste it. Just the query. Let's just do
just the query though, because just to troubleshoot what's going on with ours.
I remember you did just the query, so you don't want to delete the speeds. Oh, okay, there we go. Look at you.
One step ahead. All right, here's hoping.
We have as hour of day as hour of dash day instead of as of hour underscore day.
It's always something like that. You know it is. Something where you can't see it until you're like in the weeds. Yep. That would do it.
But I would not have seen it without the comparison.
Exactly. Yep. All right, let's give it a try now and see what happens. Uh-oh. Unexpected. Oh, but now maybe it does need to be backticks.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's the thing that we thought we fixed. Broke something else.
We broke it, fixing it, right?
Yeah. You mean trip?
Yes,
start
we did
time
mean
stamp?
that.
Where did we change that? Trim start time.
Right there.
Yeah, and the next line.
I'm willing to bet that between would work now too. Well, let's test it this way and see what happens.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Hey, there we go.
All right, so that was the issue. Our own or my mistake. Underscore and dash.
Hey, that's all right. They're actually the same key. It's just a difference of a shift. So that's not a problem. Well, this has been enlightening, and yeah, we've got to hold off on the very last SQL one until next week, so Ravi can go find a laptop charger.
Yes, I'm on 2% charge.
Oh, you're about to. That's the end of that.
I'm impressed that it made it to all the way to 2%.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. This has been fun, and yeah, we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah. We should at least be done with intro to SQL. I like this entire section, so we might move on to intermediate after that.
Ooh, sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. The SQL has been really, really, really helpful. So,
All right, guys.
all right, cool.
All right.
See you,
All right,
everyone.
talk to you guys later.
Yeah.